Hey up, how are we all doing? Hope we're all good. Nice day, really nice day. Absolute perfect temperature, not too cold, not too warm. Dry, no rain at all today whatsoever. And sun's out nice and bright. Cheers you up. Makes you feel nice and happy when sun's out. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. You know, to support it, to support me. All if you like content, you know, nature material of what I'm talking about, what I'm all about, what I do talk about regularly. Regularly, I mean. Couldn't think of what word I wanted to pronounce it, then and get out. So guys, I actually want your help on this one. I want your input. I've come up with a business idea. But when I say that, I actually don't mean for me. Simply because, you know when you just know yourself, and you just know for a fact for when something isn't you or something is you. And I just know for a fact that on this business idea that I've got, that I've come up with, that I've thought of, I just know that it's not for me, because I don't think I've got the confidence to basically to go ahead and do it. If that makes sense, do you know what I mean? Just let me put visor fully down, that's it, that's better. So yeah, I've come up with this business idea that I thought of. I thought about it a good few months ago. Maybe roughly 2 months ago. But I still want your whole opinion and thoughts and ideas and your whole intake and your whole outlook of it, to see if you can actually see it working or not. For someone else out there who has got the confidence to do it. So in other words, they're not like me. And good on you and fair play to you if you're that person, if you know you can see yourself actually doing this. Yeah? But basically, yeah, I thought about it about 2 months ago. Something roughly like that. And I just really need your help and your advice and your opinion, your whole everything on it, to see basically if you can see it working or not. So basically, I want you to comment on this video and tell me, can you see it working or can you not see it working? And I want both your in-depth reasons as to why you could see it working, or if to why you couldn't see it working. So I want to know your reasons why, because I'm very interested. I'm interested and very intrigued. Although I can't really see myself doing it, I'm still interested in, because I'm intrigued to want, to want to learn from you guys, to want to know your whole look on it and your whole take on it, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? But basically, guys, you know, like you can get them trikes, them trike motorcycles, you know, where you've got one wheel at the front and then you've got one wheel at the back, haven't you? You've got one wheel at front, sorry, one wheel at back, I mean 2 wheels at back. A trike, so you've got one wheel at front and you've got 2 wheels at back. But You can get them trikes though, where you've got 2 seats at the back of you for passengers, you know, for pillions, whoever you do want to carry on the back of your trike. So you could put anyone on the back of your trike, on them 2 seats at the back of your front seat, and you could like have day trips out and stuff like that, couldn't you? Nice day trips out and a catch up and, you know, you name it. So what I thought of is, I put 2 and 2 together to sort of like make like a profitable return for yourself, and put it into sort of like a well-established self-employed business. I would imagine you would have to set up and register yourself as fully completely self-employed. You'd have to do it totally all off your own back and take the risk, you know, take the chance and take the plunge, as they say, to just see if it would pay off for you or not. But basically guys, I thought about taking elderly residents out on day trips out on the back of your trike. Elderly residents that are in care homes. And I just thought to myself, what an absolutely brilliant, fantastic idea that would honestly be. Do you know what I mean? I just thought to myself, what an absolutely fantastic idea that would actually be, to take elderly residents from a care home who, as you can imagine, don't get out that often, don't get out that much. Take them out on day trips out, wherever they want to go. Have a trip to Bakewell, Matlock, Cope, Hathersage. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but Hathersage, Castleton, and other various, numerous of countryside locations. Go on your green lanes and your back wax and your scenic routes. Avoid all parkways and motorways and all that lot, you know. And even just sort of like you mean sort of like busy roads, just, you know. The idea came to me, guys, when if I'm honest, I actually thought of it for myself, to just take residents from care homes out, just through the pure goodness and the kindness of the nature from your own heart. Then the idea struck me, and it came to me for when I thought, hang on a minute, I just very simply just put 2 and 2 together, and I did actually think to myself, hang on, you could actually set yourself up to be self-employed and earn quite a comfortable, profitable return. And I thought, well, do you know what, why not? Because if you think about it, these elderly people within care homes, surely they can't get out that often, they can't get out that much. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. They do have people coming into care homes, like musicians with a guitar, you know, like a guitarist that comes in with like an acoustic or a guitar or an electric guitar and amp, and, you know, pluck a few couple of chords together, sing a song, sing to them, and that's lovely, that's brilliant, that's fantastic, and fair enough, fair play. But then, and you get like hairdressers. You will get hairdressers that do come in to give like your Brenda, you know, a cut and blow dry, a perm, a hair dye, whatever you name it. And you do get chiropodists coming in to clip the toenails and blah, you know, blah blah etc. You name it. So you do get various sort of people coming in to keep them prim and proper, hygienic, and plus entertained as well, for entertainment purposes. And I do get that, and I do appreciate that. I really do love to see that, and I really do love to know that for a fact. But my point is, guys, is surely to take it to a whole new exciting entertainment level, it's nothing like actually taking them out on day trips, aren't they? For where they're going to be seeing and hearing and smelling, and by picking up, to do with all their senses, their sight, their hearing, and their smells. All different sights and sounds and smells from all different types of their senses. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought, what a great, fantastic, wonderful, lovely idea that would be, to fork out on a trike, get it all normally insured, taxed and MOT'd, and all road legal and road safety, road worthy, and take out your extra sort of like public liability insurance and all that lot, and take out some sort of like extra sort of like insurance that you'd have to if you wanted to really set it up as a proper, well established, self-employed business. So I just thought, what a great, lovely, fantastic idea that would be. I was my first proper sort of like proper actual job that I had was in 2011. I had various other sort of like little ickly-bickly jobs before that, but my first proper job was in 2011, and it were working for the Couriers and PC World call centre. It were working for the Know-How call centre in Sheffield, like just off the Sheffield Parkway, near that big police station or police headquarters, whatever it is. And I were working with one of my work colleagues was a much more older guy than me, and his name was Martin. I'll always remember him. Martin, white hair, white moustache, always had a white moustache. Martin, oldish fella, absolutely brilliant, fantastic. I really got on with him, really got on with him. And I'll always remember something that he said to me, and he basically said his sort of like tip and secret in life that he taught me and told me and revealed to me. And I'll always remember what he said. He said to me, the more you see, the longer you live. As in literally, not using it as a sort of like metaphor or like an analogy or anything like that. It basically meant it literally, as in like with your eyesight and with your brain. The more you see with your eyesight, the more you process with your brain, the more your brain processes stuff that you see with your eyesight, the longer you live. The more you see, the longer you live. Simply because in psychology and in neurology, to do with the neurological functionality and the development of the brain, of the human brain, that human squishy muscle, the more you process, the more you take in, it basically sparks, it ignites something in your brain. For when you're older, obviously only if, depending, fingers crossed and touch wood, if very hopefully and fortunately you don't get Alzheimer's or dementia or some sort of like other sort of like brain disease or brain cancer. I hate to say that, but I'm saying it for the sake of this motor blog. Providing that you don't get any horrible brain diseases, the more you can look back on it and remember for when you're even like in your 80s and your 90s maybe, if you fortunately do live that long, the more you look back on, the more you've got to remember for the sake of memories what you did in your life. So therefore it's sort of like storing and holding deposits for the memory bank for when you're older. It's sort of like very subconsciously and unconsciously very, very, very clever like that, your brain is. And yeah, and that is basically what he said to me. So the moral of the story, and going back on track, is I'm thinking what an absolute gem and an absolute wonder and a favour you would actually be doing. What an absolute lifesaver, and even actually quite literally a lifesaver, judging on the basis of what I've just said and mentioned. What an absolute lifesaver, maybe possibly, and a gem and an absolute diamond that you would be to them elderly people at that residence home, what you would actually be doing for them and how they would see you and portray you. So obviously, you know, you'd have to have like you'd have to approach like accountant first. Just pay like an accountant for a couple of few hours of their time, just for their expertise, knowledge, their labour of the time. So you could get together and crunch down numbers and then figures together by getting your heads together, and even approach like a bank expert, an expert at a bank, you know, like a banking financial advisor and stuff like that, and plug two and two together, get, you know, see what your bank advisor said, see what your accountant said, and then hopefully, if it's a green light and if it's a go ahead, if they say it's worth taking the risk, I can see that working, I can see that happening, so and so, you know. And then just go ahead and make it happen if you're brave enough. You know, you'd have to you would have to proper like you know, like proper get your heads together and come up with some sort of like business plan. But yeah, maybe it could happen. Honestly, maybe it could actually happen. So, please let me know what you think. I do need your input. Well, I don't really need it, but I want your input, because if I'm honest, I am actually intrigued about this business idea, to see if it would work or not, to see what you guys think. Can you see it working? Can you not see it working? Do you know what I mean? I'm really intrigued, so yeah, please guys, let me know. Let me know what you reckon. So I'm the Autistic Biker. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to look forward to reading your comments to see what you've actually got to say on it. So thanks ever so much for clicking on this video, for giving me your support and time. I do appreciate it. Alright guys, remember, comment, let me know what you think. Take care, and remember, if you are riding guys, please ride safe. Alright, thanks a lot, take care, bye bye.